June 10th, 2007. Anthony Soprano walks into Holson's Diner in Bloomfield, New Jersey to meet his family for dinner. As this scene plays, we're going through an ambiguous and anxiety-inducing moment. The camera pans to different locations of the diner, such as random people and Tony's family. As the music gets louder and we get closer to the end of the show, suddenly, a sudden black scream with a deafening silence unexpectedly appears. Many were devastated with this ending.
I think there was no way that everybody was going to be happy.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what we're supposed to take from it. What we saw is what it is.
Wondering if their TV had broken down.
Be disappointed when my screen went black at the end. I thought there was something wrong with the cable television.
Right. Didn't you start thinking, oh my, are the lights going out, or did cable just break? What happened?
It left people confused, angry, and some longing for an explanation.
Andy, so it's for you answer that what it was, you know?
Numerous amount of people have come up with many theories for how the ending actually went down. So today, I will share with you my most favorite theory. Hi, my name is Mareli, and I will be talking to you about Anthony Soprano's past and how it connects to the last episode of the late series, The Sopranos. Anthony Soprano, also known as Tony Soprano, is a character played by actor James Gandolfini. This character is very well known as a family man who works hard to provide for his two kids, Meadow and AJ, as well as his wife, Carmela Soprano. But beneath that image, Tony's life is way more complicated than it appears. Tony is a mafia leader that has to deal with being a good role model not only for his kids, but also for the people that work for him. He isn't just some ordinary leader. He is brutal, hypocritical, and self-centered due to his past actions that led him to have severe consequences. Tony's actions have caused fights, arguments, and even death, leading to this story of our theory. Eugene Pontecorvo, a former mafia member and a family man, tried his hardest to get his own family out of the life that they have, which is filled with crime and fear. In order for Eugene to keep his family far away from these problems, he decides to come up with a brilliant idea, which is to retire and move with his family to Florida after inheriting $2 million. After he talked to Tony and let him know him and his wife's plan, Tony promises to think about it. Meanwhile, Chris Moltisanti, Tony Soprano's nephew and former mafia member, asks Eugene to kill a man by the name of Teddy Sporadakis in exchange of putting a good word to Tony about his retirement. Surprisingly enough, having Tony Soprano's initials such as TS. While the murder occurred, Eugene even had his members-only jacket. Unfortunately, after the murder, Tony still denies Eugene's plan, forcing him to stay in the mafia. After his meeting with Tony, Eugene goes and speaks to his wife about his plan being denied. During this conversation that turned into an argument quick, Eugene's wife makes a comment about ending Tony's life, suggesting it towards her husband.
Tony, why don't you kill him? Put a bullet in his head.
I can't do that.
But you think I don't know that you've done it before?
Due to everything that is going on in Eugene's life, whether it is him being an FBI informant while being a part of the mafia, as well as his 20-year-old son's drug addiction and his retirement plan being denied, Eugene Pontecorvo decides to end his life by hanging himself in his basement. Now going back to the last episode of The Sopranos, let's break down what actually happens throughout that episode. After Tony Soprano walks into this diner, the bell above the door rings, and the first person he notices is himself. Now we have to understand that this scene will be portrayed through the perspective of Tony Soprano. As he is flipping through the songs on the jukebox that's on the table looking for something to play, the bell above the door rings again. He looks up, but it's just a woman walking in. Then it rings again. He looks up, but again it's just some random man walking in. As the bell rings for the third time, he looks up, only this time it is his wife Carmela. She makes her way to the table as Tony grabs a menu and says hello. A few minutes pass by as the scene switches from different people. The bell rings again. This time it's AJ, but he is walking behind a man wearing a jacket. Then back to the Sopranos table before seeing Meadow struggle to park out front. Later on, we get a better glimpse of the man who walked inside the diner with AJ, now seeing that he is wearing a members-only jacket, exactly like Eugene Pontecorvo's jacket. Meanwhile, he is staring at Tony, so he gets up and makes his way over to the restroom. After that, we aren't able to see what this man is doing, but many believe that a specific scene from the movie The Godfather had some sort of similarity to it, as Michael Corleone makes his way into the restroom to collect the gun that he used to murder 2 rivals of his in a diner. As she is trying to parallel park, we get this level of stillness and intensity coming from the scenes of the diner and metal parking. Finally, she successfully parks, and as she makes her way to the diner and the music gets louder, the final ring from the bell plays. A cut to black can usually be known as a simple fill in the blanks. So how would you personally finish a sentence? Tony Soprano is...